Project for today is going to be putting this motorcycle carrier on the front of this camper. It's a little bit different project than what I normally do, but I need to get this done and I thought I'd make a quick video on it. We're going to have to move this propane tank, and I'm thinking we can leave the battery there. There should be enough room. I'm just putting a Yamaha TW200 on here. I was going to go the route to putting a separate hitch, like the double receiver hitch up here, but there's not a lot of room right here with the hitch and everything, so I don't want it to stick out too far, and then when you turn, and the camper would be pretty tough if you jackknifed it at all. You could be hitting the motorcycle with it. It'd be really close. So I've seen a few pictures online where the guys mounted it up here. You don't want to put like a huge motorcycle up there, but the TW is pretty light, so that shouldn't be too bad up here. And we're gonna get rid of the propane tank. We'll probably have to move this jack at least ahead. I might put it like here if I can. That one bolt might get in the way. I might have to cut that off, but these were left really long anyway. But the first thing I'm going to do is take all these bolts out. We're going to get rid of this receiver hitch part. There is a split here, so I think I'm going to have to make a plate that goes across, but I'm going to get it tore apart and make sure it fits on the camper before I start modifying too much, because I would like this to be able to be changed back into a receiver hitch carrier. Otherwise I could just cut these off here and here and then just mount it on that way, which could be an option, but I'm not sure I want to hack it apart in case I ever do want to use it for a receiver hitch carrier again. So I'll take this off of here just to see what we're working with for space. There's just a couple of wing nuts that hold these bars in. We've got this other bar. This spot is a little bit sturdier too. It's got those extra supports running across, so it seems like the ideal spot to put that. So I'll pull these off of here now. I'm not sure what this carrier is. I got it used. It might kind of looks like a Harbor Freight one or something, but it works fine, like I said, for a lighter bike, but you wouldn't want to use it on anything too heavy. These ones I'm gonna have to get something else to get them off. I don't think I can get the impact in here. Well, maybe. I just barely got it. Now we can lift it up out of here. It's kind of squished in on this one side. There we go. It's pretty weak now in here. That's why I was saying I'm gonna have to put a metal plate across here to get it to sturdy up again. This is pretty thin metal. This cradle here was actually pretty thick stuff, but we'll get it set up on the camper and we'll see how it fits on there. So I was worried about these things hitting. You might end up having to take those off too. They're just bolted, and then I can just put washers under there or something, but even the bolts are gonna hit, I think. And I got to make sure there's enough room for the bike pegs to hit on here. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'll have to do some figuring and bring you back. Just cutting up some brackets for these U-bolts. I'm going to U-bolt it on there. I don't want to drill holes in the frame or anything. So I'm just cutting these and then we'll drill holes in them. I got a bunch of these U-bolts, but they don't have any of the bottom plates for them, so I've always had to make the plates. I got a big box of these at an auction. They work really well for this kind of stuff, so I just cut it long enough so I can put a plate on the bottom, and then I got to cut a couple of plates to patch this side here, and then we'll drill some holes and get that bolted back up. And then this bolt here was hitting, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of this bolt altogether, and I'm just going to weld this here. That should be fine for what we're doing, since it'll be right underneath here. It'll be supported under the actual tongue of the trailer, and then this will be flush, so that won't be hitting. The other side wasn't a problem, it was just this side. I couldn't really adjust it without hitting that, so there's no other really way to do that unless I could like countersink something in there, which I don't think I have anything that big that would be able to countersink in there. So that's how we're gonna do it. So I've got these pieces cut that are gonna replace this piece here. I'm gonna set it up here and trace the holes out on it so we can bolt that up. These are actually just pieces out of a off of a snowblower, actually, that makes pretty good thick plate steel. So I'm trying to not really spend much money on this, so I'm kind of just doing it with scrap metal pieces that I had. Probably should have used a different color marker. I don't know if this orange is going to show up. As you can see, I stepped on this marker at one point. I guess that's not too bad. I should be able to just mark in the, go in the center of each one of those. I'm going to grab a different color marker though to do the other one. So I'm going to grind this off so I can weld this piece here and then take that bolt out. I'm not too sure how thick this metal is. It looks pretty thin, so I turned the welder down kind of low, but we're welding to a thicker piece here, so hopefully I don't burn through it. Well, it's not too bad. I tried to stay up on the thicker stuff more. I went fairly fast. I'll do it over here too. That didn't turn out too bad. I should have probably tacked it all the way around before I started going all the way, but I don't know if you guys will really be able to see this side. I don't like to have the camera too close to the welder. I don't want to wreck the lens. There we go. I'll wire wheel that off and take the bolt out, and it should be good. No, it's not too bad. This is just a flux core welder, so they're never that beautiful of welds, but that should be fine. This side's better than the other side. I had to go pretty fast just because I didn't want to burn through this thinner metal. It's not very thick through there. This piece is actually fairly thick. I ground a spot for the ground up there, but that should hold. I'm probably gonna end up repainting this whole thing black, but I'm gonna test it out first and make sure I like it on there, and then I'll pull it back off and repaint everything. I kind of like to do that with projects. I like to use them for a little bit and then I'll paint it all up if I like it. Otherwise, if you want to change something, then you end up wrecking all your new paint you put on there. So I'm gonna pull that bolt out of there, and then I've got to drill a bunch of holes for the brackets here, and then we'll be able to get putting it on the camper. Everything's still pretty hot, so the washer got stuck to there. There we go. I want to kneel on that. I maybe could have welded inside there too, but if I ever want to put a bolt through it again later, there'll be a hole there, so I think that'll be okay. It feels pretty strong, just like the other side. So now I'll get to drilling holes in those other pieces of flat steel we cut. I did end up remarking these holes with the blue so it's easier to see. I'm going to drill a smaller pilot hole first, and then we'll drill the bigger ones. Well, I've got all my holes drilled in this flat steel here. It does have a little bit of a groove in it. That'll probably actually help it be a little bit stronger when they put a groove like that in metal a lot of the time. So we'll go through, make sure they all line up, I hope. I'll get them all in there before I tighten anything down. It was a little bit bent where they tighten the bolts too tight there. I'm putting the thinner washers on this side. Since this is a thicker steel, it doesn't really need the thick washer. Well, they all lined up. And we'll do the other side and then tighten them all down. Alright, I got all the bolts in there. Everything seemed to line up okay. Let's cinch them down. I'll grab a ratchet and go through and tighten them down that way. I don't trust the impact when it's something like this. It's going to be on the road. I got it out here, but this bolt is too long, so I'm going to snip that off real quick, and then hopefully it'll set on here good. While I was there, I figured I'd cut that one off. There's no reason for them to be that long. So now we can get it set up here and see how it works. think I'm gonna do it about like that. It's a little bit farther out on that side, but that's okay. I'll put the rear tire over here, and then we should still have room to set the propane tank on here when we're actually just using the camper. So I've got these U-bolts, and then I made some plates here. I'm gonna take probably all this off and repaint it when I'm, or actually paint it when I'm done. So I'm just gonna try it out this way. But I didn't really want to have to weld to the frame or anything. I think I'm gonna have to put some spacers in here because that's gonna come up really far on the. So it's just close enough that I can put 2 washers on, and it should cinch it up good. And then I'm gonna double nut them because it seems like everything I've ever done with hooking stuff to trailers and everything, it ends up getting rattling loose after a while, so I want to make sure it stays good and tight. I think I'm where I want it to be. I'll come back and tighten them with a ratchet, but for now I'll leave it and I'll go tighten up the other side. Well, I got it all mounted on here. It's really secure. Now we gotta try loading the bike on it and make sure it fits. I am a little bit worried about how close it is to here. I'm hoping the handlebars don't hit. I'm thinking they're gonna be up above the roof though. It's just, it has these racks on it, so I might end up hitting those, but we'll see how it rides. I think I'm gonna end up having the rear wheel over here just because I think there's more weight on the rear maybe than the front. I'm not sure how they're balanced like that, but I've got these U-bolts. I put one here and one there, so that should be plenty secure. And then I double nutted these so they don't come loose, but I'll have to check them after the first run with it. And then when I want to use the propane, I can just set it right here and hook it up with that. So I probably will get a bungee or something and tie this back so it doesn't banging on the bike or anything when I'm driving. But we'll go get the bike and try getting that loaded up and see how it goes. Well, that was the only footage I got of loading and unloading the bike, so I got in a hurry and ended up just packing everything up quick because we were leaving that night that I was doing this. So, but it did work really good. The only thing is this this propane thing got hooked on the bike and I pulled it down a little bit when I was unloading it. But other than that, it really worked good. And then this jack, I did figure out the hard way that you have to have it hooked to the truck and this down when the bike is on there. You can't crank this, it hits the bike, so I just got to remember that. So I think I'm gonna take it off of here at some point here and paint everything up. As you can see, it's already started to rust where I ground it and everything, but I just wanted to make sure that it worked good. And like I said, I was in kind of a hurry because we were leaving that night. So that's gonna do it for this video. If you like this sort of thing, like the videos and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.